finally got the mic working, and yeah, I thought I'd just record this before I forget that that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Right. So, here's the original. Just keep that hidden. Here's the original skeleton with the bat, which is fine. I mean, the hands do look, they match up better there, which I haven't really adjusted it on this one, but yeah, they kind of trip a bit there. Again, this is all stuff I can fiddle with compared to the original. I can adjust that with like an IK thing, but I'm not sure if you want to do that. What I did want to show you is this, yeah, the shoulders. I mean, I've hooked up all the bones now, so that it's basically just copying. Let's just grab this. So like these are all copying from the original animation, and the hands are as well, so they are oriented correctly now, so that, you know, they've got the correct rotation, and these are as well, but I can sort of tweak them so that they're less twisted, I guess would be a good way to describe it. Like, that's more how I think it should be. The problem is that when I look at it, I see like this bit here is pushing up, which is his neck obviously, and as is, it's the same on this side. I mean, this would get like, yeah, this is his back here, and it's sort of pushed up, it's twisted round in a sort of counterclockwise on this shoulder. And I put these little controls here so that I can sort of tweak it. But I don't really know if you want me to spend time doing this, but I just thought I'd just show you, because yeah, you've got these bits poking through. The real cause of this is like the weight painting, I would say. This is on the head level of detail 1. So if we look at the one that would be viewed up close, this is 0. So I mean, you're probably not going to like see that really, I guess, but you do a little bit. And also the collar's a bit messed up, and like I'd say the cause of this is, again, the weight painting is like, if we bring this up and go to weight painting, we actually look at the sort of clavicles. It's getting, you know, it's mainly coming off the spine, but you've got some ownership with the right clavicle. Tiny, like the top bit there is to the neck. And I don't know what that rib twist, that's not really getting anything done to it right now, but like, yeah, if we switch this over, there. And it was to actually paint it fully. See, like this, what's that mostly getting off the head? Yeah, that's mostly coming off the neck, which neck one, this is getting retargeted from the original animation, but it's not moving as much as the head, I would say, is the problem. You know, and I mean, all of this ties back to the fact that this skeleton, the target skeleton of this guy, is slightly differently laid out to the Mixamo one that I've imported. You know, they're just not the same in T-pose or whatever. So if I bring this up and we just look at the skeletons, and I'll put that one in rest pose as well. Go right back to the start. It's not immediately apparent because this is rotated right. Like I can't, because this is keyed. I can't. Oh, there you go. I can put it on top of it. So we just line this up a little bit. I mean, you can see it, right? That's where the hip, that's where the thigh starts. Here it's starting lower down. The knees match up pretty good. The feet are pretty good. So like for the most part, it sort of works because, you know, these 2 points are pretty similar. So it's pretty good matching up. But it's like, let's say we were to match up it perfectly, the knees, the thighs aren't the same length. The spine positions are all they're all totally different. Like, I've got this, because this object is animated, like it thinks that that's the hip bone, the actual object itself. I've retargeted the target hip bones. I'm lining these two up here to show you. These match up, right? So then if we look at this next one here, which is the Mixamo rig, then you got that targeting the hips, then the spine. Again, it's like I can rotate this so they sort of overlap, but then it's like on the target one, this is spine 1, that's spine 2, spine 3. They're kind of weirdly laid out, if you know what I mean. They're disproportionate. Like, I don't know what this spine 1 is supposed to represent. Spine 3 is clearly clearly the rib cage area. This one's like the abdomen. You know how like if a person bends over forward, this pivot here represents the bottom of the rib cage, and that's a good way to have your skeleton set up. This would be around the, or should be on like a character around the belly button, and this would be there. So you'd have 3: hips, abdomen, rib cage. But because of the way that this is kind of laid out, and this one has got 4 spine bones, which again is not, it's neither ideal nor good. But I mean, the plus side of this is these ones are equal length, and so it's like when somebody bends over, you've got 4 roll points. Yeah, basically, I'm going off on like a bit of a tangent here, but I'm just trying to say the point is that they don't match, and so transferring from one to the other, when this is 4 spine bones laid out and this is 3 spine bones laid out, and these 4 are equal distance apart, whereas these 3 on the target are not equal distance apart. It's like my conundrum is, well, what do I use for the source of the bottom of the rib cage? Is it this upper sort of, what is it, spine 2 it's called here, which I guess would be upper chest, or is it this lower chest bone? Well, if it's this lower chest bone, on the Mixamo animation, this is lower down than the bottom of the rib cage. This is sort of between the belly button and the bottom of the rib cage. So on that Mixamo animation, if the guy's if it's showing his chest bending, it would be a combination of these two. But on the target one, it would really just be, you just rotate this one, to represent. Yeah, hopefully that makes some sense. But I mean, I've done. It's not impossible, and I've sort of done like I've done something of. I've taken it the sort of best I can, and yeah. Let's grab the source one and make it look differently so we can see it easier. Turn the source one into sticks. Or actually, no, we'll turn the source. We'll turn. Keep that octahedral, and then we'll turn the target into wires. So that's a bit easier. And you can see, like, it mostly matches up. And even though things like the arms might be a bit shorter, because they're disconnected, they're able to be moved around, and so it looks alright. But on things like the neck and the head, it becomes a little bit more, I don't know, noticeable that it's been retargeted, which I can adjust this stuff, but it'll take me a little minute. And that's why I've built this shoulder thingy. Let me show. So like these are like tweaker bones that I've built, and if I hide that, you know, if it was weight painted as well, that would be more helpful. I would probably. See, this is on top of the, it's copying the animation, and then this little bone is like an offset to adjust it. So right now I'm not talking about the skin showing underneath. It's more about the fact that this bone's twisted round wrong, like, and that's why it's all folding in on itself here. But it's really easy to just grab this, rotate this tweaker bone, and it knows, or it applies the extra rotation to it. And I only need to do this at the start of the animation, and then when I click export, it'll, I don't need to do any more. I mean, I might need to set one keyframe at the start, but it's fine. That's like really easy to do. But that doesn't fix everything. Like, that's not going to fix the fact that this is poking up when it shouldn't be. That's partly, again, a weight issue. Let's have a look. So spine 3, I would say. Let me save this, because I don't want to save over weight painting in case you don't want me to do that. I'm not really sure what I can and can't do, but like, this is getting weighted to the spine. I think the clavicle would be a better thing to weight it to. Hopefully that was clavicle left. Clavicle left. Yep. These are the different LODs. Yeah, see, and if I kept doing it, I could push that down a bit. You only really need it on the first LOD, I guess, because that's only going to be seen up close. So and this would be clavicle right. So we'll hide the other LODs because they'll be only seen from far away. Hopefully you can see that's got rid of that. But as to this part, it's got like the hunchback, and that's because, yeah, I guess I have to put this back to thingy. I think that's because anyway. See what this is weighted to. and the neck. Yeah, that's where his neck position should be in relation to this spine here. But it's getting pushed down a lot. And I would have to take a guess and say, without looking, that this part here is weighted a lot to the arms or the clavicle, and so, or even the spine. And so this stuff, but as it gets closer towards the collar's getting weighted more towards the neck, and there's not enough stuff here to smooth it, basically. So let's have a look. What did I say? The clavicle or the arms? I'd say mostly clavicle's the problem, or even the spine. And then this part here is to the neck. Yeah, and so you know, you can see these ones are neck, these ones are spine. The neck's been pushed down, the spine is staying there, and so they're squashed together. There's just not enough. I mean, I can smooth this. And give this some ever so slight weighting towards the neck, and that would help smooth that out a bit. But I mean, I won't save this because the problem with me doing this is going to affect how other animations play back on this same character, and I don't want to start breaking stuff if you're quite happy with the weighting. But I'm just saying, yeah, get to the point, Tony, right? Because the proportions are different on the other skeleton compared to this one, and the neck's being pushed down on this one, like closer towards the upper spine, that's what's causing this sort of thing, this like hunchback type look here. And I've done my best by introducing these bones to sort of get rid of it. But as you can see, like, that starts to fix it, but then it starts to affect this part here, because clearly, and this is only affecting this clavicle bone here, like it's giving it an offset, but like this part of the collar must have some weighting to the clavicle bone. So I'm saying all this because I want to check with you. I'm happy to fix this if you want, but I don't want to fix it. I'm using air quotes here. I don't want to fix this and make it look better if it might potentially bugger you up in some way, like you've got other animations that it messes up. Hopefully this all makes some sense. Anyway, I'll stop now, because yeah, hopefully some of that makes some sense. Right, yeah, hopefully, I think that was everything I wanted to show you.